Why hello there everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So today we are touring the cozy MUSH-core, farm-core, forest-core island of Elfheim, created by Kaelea, also known as elfheimcrossing over on Instagram. Please go check out her account as her feed is the level of cozy aesthetic which I can only dream of. Her handle and DA will be in the description. So please again go check her out and let's get into the video. So as I mentioned, this island has a really good mix of quite a few different naturey cores. So we're going to see quite a few cottagecore elements and yeah, just a lot of fall cozy goodness, which we are somehow coming up on the end of November. Where has the time gone? I have absolutely no idea. I feel like it was just October, like yesterday, but apparently it's November the 21st, so love that. But anyway, this island tour for me kind of came at the perfect time because I have kind of got to this point on my own island where I've sort of done the majority of my kind of city core, town core elements and areas, and now I'm sort of getting to the more rural parts of my island, and so this has just kind of been a great timing to get some really good inspiration. Kaelea actually kind of came into our Discord and dropped her DA in there, which I was so thankful for because I saw it and I saw her map and I was like, oh, I'm gonna need to take a look at this, and here we are. So I also again checked out Kaelea on Instagram and just the feed, the aesthetic, I can't. Honestly, I know I've been so kind of absent from Instagram recently. It's kind of just been one of those things which is just back burner. I sadly just don't have as much time as I want to, even though I've got quite a few really cute pictures which I do want to post, but it's just getting around to it, you know? I'm also loving so many of the very farm core elements as well for quite a few of these areas. I will say now that Kaelea noted in the like the caption of the post where she dropped her DA that this island was completed pre 2.0 update and DLC release. So if you're kind of noticing that there aren't many of the new items, or any for that matter, that is why, because you know it came out before we had them. So kind of she put in the caption that it was almost a little bit like nostalgic to kind of go back to the time before we had all the new items, which was really funny to me. Speaking of this though, I cannot wait until, you know, people start finishing their islands. I mean, I'm sure people have already, but with all of the new items and stuff, and to get to go and explore those. So, you know, keep an eye out for that soon. I'm definitely wanting to during December to go into lots of Christmassy cozy islands. So that is just something to look forward to. And speaking of completing islands, it was my personal goal to have my own island finished by the end of November and kind of to put out a tour of my own island in like the first week of December. But I don't think that's going to be happening just because university has absolutely been kicking my butt right now, like, you know, hitting third year, and I get why people say that you read for a degree because I feel like that is all I'm doing with my life at the moment, reading and writing. And did I perhaps romanticize the idea of going back to university and, you know, having things to do again? Maybe. Do I have regrets about that? Somewhat, yes. But all of this just means that I haven't quite got as far with my island as I would have wanted to. This week I was going to be doing quite a big speed build, but I was kind of trying to do it and the ideas just weren't flowing. And when I kind of get into this sort of lack of inspiration headspace, for me there is just no point in forcing myself to, I don't know, try and make myself create something which I'll be happy with, because I know that I just won't be. So it was kind of at that point when I knew that the ideas weren't happening, you know, the creative juices weren't flowing, that I was kind of like, you know what, let's just step back for a second, let's do a good old island tour and just get some inspiration. And we're gonna see in a short while, I think, a big flower garden, which it was kind of when I saw this that it kind of felt like the stars had aligned a little bit, because, okay, so spoilers for the future, the next speed build, which I'll be doing, here we go, we are getting to the big flower garden. The next speed build which I'm going to be doing is going to be my museum area, and it's a very rural and sort of overgrown part of my island, but I'm also trying to integrate the, you know, city core, town core kind of elements that I've been going with the rest of my island. But another part which I really wanted to include was a big flower garden displaying every single one of the hybrid flowers in the game, which is something which I had in that area a long time ago, but for whatever reason I wanted to change. I wasn't loving the area anymore. And so it was when I saw this on Elfheim right now that I was like, wow, it feels like the world's in kilter a little bit, you know? It definitely gave me a lot of inspiration. I'm loving how much rainbow goodness we have up in here, and this little area with the gnomes as well. It got me. It was one of those moments where I saw it and I was like, oh, that is so cute. That is so creative. Again, just creativity, which I will never possess. But that is why we tour these islands, so we can all just inspire each other, and I love doing island tours. So with that being said, if you have an island which you would potentially like me to tour, feel free to pop into our Discord. The, you know, join link is in the description as always, and, you know, pop it in there. Or also feel free to DM me on Instagram, and like, if you have an Instagram which is sort of Animal Crossing themed, or, you know, have a little look at it. And yeah, because I love touring like islands within the community. I find it so fun. So let's actually stop for a minute and talk about the island for a second. One thing which I thought that Elfheim Crossing did so well on this island was integrating indoor items outside, which I know that's a little bit like, yeah, but duh, that's the whole point of New Horizons pretty much. It's kind of these little seating areas, like you just saw a couple then, where the kind of like, it's the custom design patterns which have been used, you know, on top of the stools and as little blankets down below and on the tables, which I think just kind of really tie the outdoor items with the kind of super cozy vibes of the outdoors. And I don't know, I really love that. And I think the only other island which, not that other islands I've seen have done this poorly at all by any means, but like this island, it just really stood out to me, as well as a couple of months ago when we toured Aaron.acnh's island. So yeah, that again was just another thing which just really inspired me. And can we talk about these house interiors for a second? Like, oh wow, guys, at some point soon I'm definitely going to need to redecorate the interior of my house, because it's sad and it's lackluster. And now that we have the outdoor storage, like cabinet things, I just don't have no reason to go in my house. So I need to, you know, cutify it, as it were, make it a little bit more aesthetic, so that, you know, it's all just a bit more cute, you know? So I feel like I want to go in it, because other than to dream and to go on like dream tours now, that they're the only things that I go in my house for. So I even have an outdoor kitchen, which I have somehow not really dived into cooking much yet, because again, just other than building and kind of making videos, I haven't really had the time to play Animal Crossing, which I would want to. But kind of speaking of this as well, I've been in a bit of a Sims 4 phase. Which Sims 4 players, do you know what I mean? Or just any Sims players, do you know what I mean when I say that I kind of, you know, 1 week will just be like, I need to play Sims, and that's it. And then, you know, you then stop playing it for like months again. I don't know, that's just me. But let's talk about this second house for a second, because so many of the rooms are, well, all of the rooms are based off of like TV shows. So I think for the most part it's been the Friends set, which I've seen episodes of Friends, so I kind of recognize the different areas of it, but you know, so that was really cool. And then I think the basement was meant to be the Office set, which please correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I've only seen a few episodes of it. And then the back room, I believe, was La La Land, which, you know, you saw me dance in there, which I've also not seen. So please correct me if I'm absolutely wrong. But, you know, I'm more of a Parks and Rec gal myself, so I was pretty proud that I could still identify those areas. Can we talk about this lake? Like, I feel like this island is just twice as big as mine, and it was just so amazing, and I loved touring it, and I loved how Kayla really played with the height, and just everything on this island left me feeling so inspired. So with that being said, thank you so much, Elfheim Crossing, for letting me tour your island today. Again, please everybody go check her out in the description down below. Her DA, her Instagram will be down there. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon.